what a week. Just for the record, this is the weekend after the elections in 2024. And the stock market is flying. We have a new record, 6,000 for the S&P 500. And then we have also a record for NASDAQ and also for the Dow Jones. Crypto is also moving. We have a new record on the 80,000. So this week has been great. Next week I'm gonna be making some videos about this the plays that I took for this week. But just today, 2 old trades from the last month that I haven't talked about that yet. But just before we go into that, I just wanted to let you know what is my plan for the next coming weeks. Because right now, yeah, we have the S&P 500 moving to the new highs, and then you have the NASDAQ. But I think that the opportunity, now that we are receiving more liquidity, money, the big money is coming back to the market, I think that the opportunity is really in the small caps. Because if you see the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, they are in the all-time high. But if you go to the Russell 2000 and the small cap, they just started moving. You know, there is no even with this move, with this gap on this week, we are now in a new all-time high. I think the opportunity now is in the small caps. The volatility is coming, and there is a really high upside here to play. So that's basically my main focus is gonna be on the small caps, and in this case IWM, that is the Russell 2000. So I'm gonna be really picking from this list. Okay, so going to the plan today, I wanted to talk about a little bit about Reddit, RDDT. This is an IPO that went sold on the IPO day a week, and then he tried to move above this year, and it failed too. So after this downtrend that you can see here is when I found that I could start playing this stock. Okay, there are a few reasons, and it's because this higher low for me is super important with this doji after trying to break the all-time high and failed. So in this case for me, it's already creating between a double bottom and maybe a couple of handles, even when the handle is really deep. So I started buying this stock here, and I'm showing now the weekly chart because there is too much noise, and this stock was very volatile during the daily. So this is something that I play for the weekly. I didn't buy lips. It was more like a 1 year option calls. Okay, so when it was you can see after this huge sellout, we have this doji with this volume above the average. That in this case, how I have explained before, this volume on the bottom acts for me as a really nice support. So in this case, I was ready to start painting this downtrend, join these 2 points in a downtrend, in an uptrend, sorry. After that, what happened? It started consolidating for 2-3 weeks. This red wick was not, look at this volume. It was very weak. It looks more to me that people that got into the stock early started taking some profit. So yeah, indication that it's a good trend because you have reversal on high volume, but then you have a pullback with really small volume. Yeah, this is still in play. Okay, so at some point started moving up, and again, if you play this in the daily, probably you're gonna be in and out for a long time. Too frequently, it's too frequent to me buying and sell, following the trend because it's too volatile. Look at the size of this candle. In a week it moved like almost 10 points, right? So at some point, I started looking when it got to the all-time high. I started putting attention, and this the indication of this candle breaking the all-time high with this strength, well, that was the call for to go all in. And the earnings, okay, were great. So sometimes there is not too much information for an IPO, something that is close from the technical perspective. So you need to rely a little bit more on fundamentals. But in this case, it was more than enough. It's just to see the psychology of these candles, what it means when at some point, if this is reversal again, you have high volume. This is acting as support, and you have a lot of indecision here, and then you see this change of character. At this point, the doji doesn't mean that it's gonna start moving up. At this moment, it doesn't. But when you see after that two green candles, well, at this point, for me, is already a reversal point. Okay, and then you see this between all this green, you have the red one. Okay, so let's not walk forward. Okay, so when you're here, you have this little volume on a pullback. You can see how different is this section, all these candles on the section compared with the previous candle with all these huge wicks, right? So let's keep it simple. This was a good play. Otherwise, also, this doji for me is the stop loss. So at this moment is you have all this upside, at least to the ultimate high, and then this little stop loss is a good risk reward. All right, so let's move now to Carvana, because Carvana is something that I have been trading for a while, and I noticed Carvana here, no, actually here, right? And on the daily, it was kind of, I wasn't too sure if it was a time to enter. This is one play that I did last year. So, but when you zoom out, for that reason, I like to check first the weekly, because I want to know what is the big context. Even when I'm gonna be trading daily, mainly I'm gonna be trading on the daily bar. I want to know exactly what are the nice level, what is the big picture here, right? So this is something that I trade, and it wasn't that good because at this point I got this pullback, so it didn't move right away. You can see that this is just a pullback to the support area, just to retest the level and then go up, right? But this is something that I traded. It wasn't that good quickly. It didn't move quickly, so I moved to other stocks. But somewhere between July and August, I started trading that again. Okay, and my last one was at the end of August, September, and I didn't buy too much because I was going kind of on vacation, but I was taking some time off from trading. So what I got, it was a little position, but it was based on the same analysis. You have, if you start, something that I like is just this idea that the stock is gonna start moving up and making boxes. I have another video talking about that strategy there. Yeah, so it was making boxes, or in this case, it was going up and really in a really nice pattern. Let's put here some areas. You can even plot these areas like this, right? So in this moment, when this is something that is going to help you decide. This was a nice entry, and because the risk reward is nice, this one was a bad entry. But at this point, I already saw three. This is the third box, or the third support resistant area or channel, whatever you want to call it. But so at this moment, I had a lot of room to trade, and this hammer is a good indication that the stock is going to continue. So this is something that also I play in that way, just to keep it simple. Again, stupid, simple, right? I just want to see what is the behavior. I have found out that to see psychology on the chart is better if you go to the weekly. there is more aggregation of data, or the candle is going to give you more consensus of what is happening, what is the participation, and what is the sentiment on the market. Even when you are trading on the daily, even when you are trading on the maybe 4 hours, I think that the weekly chart is a better indication to see the sentiment and where the market is going. Usually what he does is just make these boxes. It goes up, people take profit. If the sentiment, the people that want to long is higher than the people that want to go short or are selling, well, this is just gonna be a profit taken and it's gonna continue on. Okay, so this is something that I follow. Very nice, and something you can put, maybe you can put some MAs like 50 and 20. This is going up. Let's see what is coming this week. I'm super excited, and I'm gonna be making another video maybe on the weekend